Hi Clifton, my name is Grace Botha. I am the owner of Grace of Bakes up here in the KZN Midlands. I have two beautiful daughters and I'm a wife as well. I enjoy baking, and today I'm going to show you what you can do with your cakes and how to decorate them. So thank you so much for letting me be a part of your awesome online cultural experience. I'm very excited to show you what I can do. So let's get into the kitchen. So let's get to it. We're going to start off with whatever size I've got here, an 8-inch, just a plain vanilla cake. I've got two of them. You'll see the other one just now. And what I've got as well is a plain, well, it's not plain. I've flavored with a tiny bit of caramel flavoring from Flavor Nation. So what we're going to do is literally just keep a couple of these handy. I enjoy to have these around. And what we're going to do is literally just put them on. So what you're also looking out for is, some people you'll see they use all sorts of, what are those things called? Like those builders things that make the things level. I have no idea what those are called right now. But you can just sort of eyeball it and literally go around, and what we'll do is I'll use one of my instruments to flatten everything out just now. So just put as much as you sort of need, or how much you think you'll need, and then we can just go around, and you can just scrape off as you go. So we can just go around. What's also nice is having one of these little turntable things, because then you can get all the way around and have a smooth side and top. So we'll just do that and get around this side, and then what we'll do is that first let's put the other one on top of this one. Once this is sort of level, you'll sort of be able to see, and then we'll get the other one on, and then we'll smooth everything up afterwards. Doesn't look that great right now, but it will look awesome. Okay, so this is my second 8-inch cake, and I'm literally just going to let it sit on the top. You can sort of wiggle it around, so you're going to be scraping off whatever you don't need afterwards. So we'll just do the same thing with the top and the sides, and then we'll go from there. So this is what we call a crumb coat, because this is, if you're going to do a second layer of icing on top, which we're going to do, this sort of just catches all of the crumbs, hence the name, crumb coat. So we're just going to literally go all the way around and make sure it's even. If it's not, we can just sort of wiggle it around until it looks relatively okay. And you'll see all the crumbs will get caught in the icing, and that's perfectly fine. And we'll just scrape the bowl with that once we're done. So we'll keep going around like that, and then you'll see. So as we go, there we go. So the main parts of the cake are pretty much covered, and if you get messy, that's okay. So what we're going to do is, I have a cake scraper here. It's really nice. It's got an edge. It's got a really cool curved edge, which you can use for some certain kinds of cakes. I'm going to use the one that's straight all the way, and it gives you a nice right angle. So if we just do that, you'll be able to get a nice clean finish on it. To literally, like its name, scrape the cake, and you'll see it literally takes away all of the issues we had earlier. So we're just going to make that nice and straight, and then we'll do the top as well. And what a lot of people do as well is you can literally freeze this and then do a second coat on it. So we're just going to do that, and there we go. And then you can literally just scrape off as you go. So this one, we're just trying to get what people call a naked cake is basically scraping all of this off until you're left back with a little bit of cake peeking through, and you'll see we'll slowly start to get that effect. So let's just do a few more. This layer doesn't have to be so perfect, just so that we have an idea of where the icing ends. There we go. Okay, and then one more thing we're going to do just to stabilize the cake is that we're going to insert these bubble tea straws. You can use like big milkshake straws, depending on the kind of cake and what you're trying to do. And if you're wanting to layer them, you also get like biodegradable ones, and depending on the density of your cake, those work as well. So we're just going to measure the side of the cake and then literally just cut right on the edge, and then make all of them the same. We'll just put 3 in this one, just so that the cake doesn't go anywhere. So we're just going to do that, and you're going to just put it in just roughly. If you use it, you can decide how many you're going to do. I'm not going to have another cake on top of this one, so I'm just going to put 3 in. But you can sort of, and then like I've got them in a little triangle here. There we go, and we can just neaten the cake board a little bit, and yeah, we're done. So what we're going to do next is a marbled hexagon thing. It's going to be awesome. It's going to have rose gold and marbled fondant. Some people don't like fondant, but it does give a very cool effect. So what we're going to need for that is what we normally use to make marbled fondant is just black and white, and you'll see we're going to mix them together and do a really cool style, and there are no rules pretty much when it comes to that. And then we're going to do a pink for part of it, and you'll see we're going to paint it with this rose gold luster dust, which we're going to mix with a little bit of lemon essence. And then I always have a little thing, you can use a ramekin or anything just to mix your paint into, and then we have the hexagonal shape that we're going to use to cut all of our pieces out of, and then just a bit of icing sugar. You can use icing sugar or corn flour to keep your surface to keep the fondant from sticking to your surface, and then a paintbrush for just now. Awesome, let's get started. So now I'm going to put the cake here in the middle, and we're going to start the process of placing all the bits of fondant that we've just been cutting out. And yeah, you just put them on. I've decided to speed this part up so that it's not too long for you. So this is the finished product. As you can see, it's quite simple to do, just a lot of the same thing over and over again. So now we're going to move on to our second cake, and yeah, we're going to do the same thing we're going to roll out some black fondant, and then we are going to use the white buttercream and just do stripes, and then we'll add some flowers to that. Extra for you, here are some fun ways that you can pipe and decorate your cupcakes. You can use sprinkles, you can use edible paper, whatever it is that you might have lying around. So yeah. yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope that you learned something, and yeah, just showing you that you can take anything and make it look pretty cool. Yeah, so follow me on Instagram and check out what we're doing. And yeah, thank you so much for being a part of this.